it late and you're like, wow, I wish I knew that was going to happen. I'm going to show you how to get that news with this website. So what you want to do is you want to go over here to your web browser and go to briefing.com. So I broke my winning streak. I had 12 straight days of gains. I couldn't get the 13th. Yesterday I was down $250. So I, killed my winning streak. That's all right. 12 days in a row. I'm obviously going to have losses. That's just part of trading. But it was pretty cool to go 12 days in a row. It was pretty nice. But yeah, that streak has ended. But today I made $300. Lost $250 yesterday. Made all that back and a little bit more today. And I'm going to show you how to do that. And I'm going to show you a really important website that I use on top of that trade to help me out. And this is a very important website that, especially if you are day trading in this volatile market where the economy and the news around the economy is just crazy, this website is super, super important. There's other websites out there. This is just the one that I like to use. So I'm going to show you that website. It's 3 clicks and you're right there to all the information that you need that can help you with your trading. This can help you with as a catalyst, and this can help you save your butt because you might be into a stock and it starts dropping and then you don't find out what happened until 10 minutes later, and then finally the news comes out that you didn't see and you got it late and you're like, wow, I wish I knew that was going to happen. I'm going to show you how to get that news with this website. So what you want to do is you want to go over here to your web browser and go to briefing.com. That's it, just briefing.com. You'll get this website right here. You want to go over, and this works on mobile too. I think it's set up a little bit differently, but you can do this on your phone as well. Go to calendars, and you're just going to go down here to economic. So when you click on this, you're going to get a calendar here. And this is just for today. You can look at yesterday, this week. You can look at all the following weeks. This is all the scheduled news, economic news, CPI, core CPI, oil news, mortgage news, job claim news, all that stuff, and what time it comes out. And on top of that, if you look at today, and this will make more sense too when I show you the trade, and you see the news, and then you see the chart. You can kind of put the two together. So today, all at 8:30. 8:30 for me. I'm an hour behind the normal market time, so the market open for me is 8:30 instead of 9:30. You have retail sales ex auto, initial claims, continued claims, manufacturing, import prices of oil, export prices. All this news coming out all at the same time. And then about 45 minutes, an hour later, you have more news coming out, and then at 10 o'clock, even more news coming out. So this whole day is jam-packed. Sometimes there's very little news, sometimes there's a lot. What's super nice about this website is it tells you what news is coming out, what time it's coming out. So when you start seeing the market act kind of funny, or maybe it's trading sideways because maybe the market opens at 8:30, but the news doesn't come out till 10. So the market will just kind of fizzle for an hour and a half until that news comes out, and then people will start reacting, and you'll see the chart move based on that news. So that's why this website is super important. Not only that, this website is going to give you what kind of impact does that news have on the market. So you can see here, retail sales trading impact on the market is high. Retail sales ex auto, high. Initial claims, high impact. Continuing claims, high impact. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 things coming out all at the open that have a high impact on the market. So if you don't know this information is coming out, you can really get blindsided. You might get lucky. One day you might just happen to be in a trade at the right time, and the news help you out. in whichever direction that you're trading in. But I look at this every day, and if you don't look at it every day, you can put it in your notes in your phone, or write it on your whiteboard. You can look at the entire week coming up, and you can write out all the high impact news on a whiteboard so you don't forget and what time it comes out. So that is briefing.com, super important website that I use to help me with my trading. And then I'll jump over to the chart on SPY. I've traded the crap out of SPY the last couple weeks, long and short. And one reason I really liked it is kind of range bound. Let me grab a drawing here. You can kind of see the last couple days after we dropped that $17 the other day and then ran down. We kind of went through the pre-market in the last day or so. We kind of went in this range. Now, I like to take out all the chop. I find support and resistance with the most points, So when I come down to support, I'm not going to necessarily draw it across the bottom right here, because it's sometimes, it's an ugly chart. Sometimes it goes below or above resistance just for a minute and then goes right back into its trend. So I want to find the point where it has, about the most support. And this is kind of where we started. And then we can kind of draw a line across here. So SPY was bouncing in this range here. So there's 3 ways you can trade this. Well, really 4. We can look for positive news to bust out of this range to the upside. And once we bust out of this range, shorts have to cover, that kind of thing. I can go into more detail over that in another video. But we break out above this range, we can go long. If we break below, we can go short, right? Or if it goes to the top of the range, we can go short, back to the bottom. If it comes down to the bottom range and starts finding support, we can go long, right? So that's kind of what I did today. It was really choppy. Like I said in my past video, I've been day trading strictly, so I don't hold anything overnight, because look right here, you hold this overnight, say you had calls on it, and you swing it, you wake up and it's down $17. So we avoid that by day trading options right now. I usually swing trade them in the past, but right now I've done nothing but day trade options. I'm going to jump over to the chart today and show you my trade. So as people are trying to process the news, here's the open. Here's my support that I drew from the previous day or so in that range that I just showed you. So here's the pre-market. So one thing I want to do is I want to draw a line, pre-market high, pre-market low. We kind of fizzled. I try not to trade that first candle. It can be very deceiving. We kind of went sideways. That news started coming out, and people started to interpret that news, and then we got into this big green candle with heavy volume. MACD headed up. I entered this trade 2 calls long on SPY, and my exit, I was really suspicious of it hitting this 200 EMA. It really likes to use that. It's like a magnet. Hitting that 200 EMA either above or below, it really likes to bounce around and come to a screeching halt around the 200 EMA. So I was looking for it to get out for a quick trade if it reversed there, or if it busted above the 200 EMA, I wanted to continue, and then my next target would be that resistance area that I drew, which you can see we just about touched it. Started going sideways. This started to get this red candle, and I got out of this trade, and I only made about $70 on these 2 calls, just because it pulled back so fast right here. And I should have gotten it out in this consolidation area, but a lot of times when it consolidates like this, it will break higher. So that's kind of what I was waiting for. It didn't happen. We broke below the 200 EMA, and I knew that news was coming out. So I was using this all as a catalyst, and I went short. I went short 1 put on SPY, ran it all the way down back to this support area, and we started to get a doji and bounce a little, and I got out. So I made a little bit more money. And then we broke down below that support area, which a lot of times you could take a short here. In this case, I didn't. We came up and bounced off that support that is now resistance. You could have went short here again. I didn't. I just kept watching the market, watching and seeing what other news was coming out. And then here we started to get this consolidation, which told me we could start getting a reversal. And I was looking for a break above the 9 EMA and then a bounce off the 9 EMA and then continue it forward. And that's what we did. We went up, we consolidated into the 9 EMA. MACD is up, volume spiked. I took another call here, ran this thing all the way back up to the 200 EMA. Like I said, that 200 EMA is like a big magnet. Got out for another $100. Overall, I made $300, and of course I could have probably shorted this again, but I didn't want to overtrade and risk losing any of my profit. I was already up more than my daily goal, so I got out and called it a day. So I used the chart in a range, and then I used that website knowing that economic news was coming out that was going to affect the market, and I was able to use that to my advantage as a catalyst for the options trade. Hopefully this, guys, helps you. Hopefully you enjoy my videos. Hope you come back and like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate the support, and I'll see you guys in the next video.